Hi, boys and ghouls. So, if you can tell by the horrific recreation makeup, we are finally getting a chance to sit down and do our how I did my makeup in high school updated version. I did this in a video, I think last week, and didn't have a chance to finish it. I did try to recreate the look we did in that video. It was pretty cringeworthy and actually quite fun and funny to do. So if you want to check that out, that is posted on how I got this monstrosity of a face. But we're going to go in today, and I had decided I wanted to kind of do an update on this kind of look. I still do goth looks all the time, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to try to recreate something like this with current products, with things that I use now, techniques that I know now versus what I tried to do this with. There were some updates in the original makeup just because obviously I didn't have some of those products anymore. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the updated version. I'm going to start out with my MAC Face and Body Foundation. This is in the shade White. And you guys, I have news. We hit 75 subscribers. At the time I'm recording this, we actually have a couple more than that. But because we hit 75 subscribers, I am going to do a giveaway. You guys will have to let me know, though, if... I was going to use primer. I forgot the primer. Let me get that off of there a little bit. I'm not too worried about it being a mess because, I mean, look at this side of my face. We're going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Anyway, back to that train of thought. We are going to do a giveaway. We did hit 75 subscribers, and we're going to let the giveaway run until we get 100 subscribers. So tell everybody, have everybody come comment. I am going to go ahead and post a giveaway video, but what I want to know in this video is, do you guys want it to be a mystery giveaway? It will not be like a huge, massive giveaway. I don't have that kind of money at this time. But it'll be some nice products. I guarantee there'll be quite a few prestige products in there. Some are going to be sample sizes. They're going to be items that we've gotten maybe in past BoxyCharms. And the giveaway will get bigger if we get more subscribers. If we hit 100, I will guarantee a palette to be in the box. I'm not going to say which one, but I will make sure there's a palette in the box. I'm thinking it's going to be like the size of a flat rate box. If we don't gain many subscribers, it'll just be a little small flat rate priority box. And if we do not... Or if we gain more subscribers, it'll be a bigger priority box. But if we stay around the same, we're going to do a small flat rate box. But there will be quite a few products in that box. So yeah, you need to subscribe. You're going to have to be following me on Instagram. If you have one, I know there's a few people that don't have them. If you have one, you'll have to follow me on Instagram, which is the same name that's on here, but I will post another video in order to, that's our primer. I will post another video in order to properly announce the giveaway, because I don't want to do a giveaway in a video looking like this, personally. But I will do another video properly announcing the giveaway, and I'll make sure I post everything in that video as well. Now, I'm not going to do concealer today just because I don't have a concealer that's lighter than this foundation, obviously. This is a very thin formula foundation, but it's the only one that I have that is white. And honestly, if you photograph with this on, it does flash back very, very white, which is why one of the things I like about it, because if I'm using this particular foundation, I am using it so it looks very white on camera. Going in with the beauty sponge. I have no idea what this one is because I got rid of the packaging quite some time ago. Now, if you guys notice, this is a very thin foundation. But camera flashback on this foundation does come off very, very light. It does flash back white. So even though we're not as pale on this side, it would come across to a camera or taking a photo, it does come across very white. And my dogs just dropped a palette on the floor. Yay! Luckily, it's the palette I'm panning this year. I moved it off my makeup disc because it's the one I've been using on it every day. And I put it on the bed, and the dogs decided to knock it off. So I'm a little concerned. Like, concerned enough that I'm going to check it. 1 month. Anyway. Okay, we're good. Okay, so that is our foundation and our primer. And instead of using that crazy, ridiculous white powder I showed you guys before, here, I'll show you again. It was the little white compact that is completely disgusting at this point and hard pan. We are going to go in with just a regular setting powder. This is the MAC, what is this? The MAC setting powder. And it's in the shade Invisible. This is still something that you can get and still something that I use on a daily basis. Well, I shouldn't say a daily basis. I love my regular powder. But I do use this quite often. It's just a translucent setting powder, but because the foundation is so white, it, again, has serious flashback with the white foundation underneath it. But we are going to use quite a bit more than we usually would in order to get that white appearance. And I'm going to amp this up just a little bit more than I would like a usual goth makeup to kind of try to match up with this side of the face. Not really match up, just kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, so we're going to have to see how it goes. You can see how white the line is from the white powder to the regular. Underneath this, there was actually just a standard My Shade foundation. So, yeah. Going in with the Urban Decay primer potion. This one's really old, so I really need to declutter this and buy a new one. But I don't like getting rid of products before I use them up if they're still good products. The only reason I say I need to declutter this guy is because it is starting to go. Today's not my day so far. I woke up super, super early. My dogs are barking at everything that moves. Like, it's just not my day. So over here, you know, we contoured with eyeshadow. And on this side, I'm actually going to use what is supposed to be a blushing powder. This is from the Checkered Lily Apothecary. I put it in a little different jar. This was called the Sinking Night. And that's what we're going to use for our contour on this side of our face. Grab this lid real quick. I'm just going to dump some out in this lid. Hopefully this actually comes across well, because I'm going to use a brush I wouldn't usually use for this kind of thing. Just to try to give it the look that I want to achieve. I do use this a lot, and actually I'm sad because it's almost gone. I use it a lot for Halloween type makeups. So it may be a little patchy. But I don't generally contour too much, actually, when I wear a goth makeup. Or I use a regular contour, but because our contour is so bold on this side, I want to try to go in and use a similar shade. My face is broke out right now, so this was probably the worst day to try to do something like this, but hey. We've already tried to do it once, so do it while we can, right? So that's our contour. Get that excess powder out of there. I do really love this contour. I use it for shading when I do an effects makeup. Or just like a face paint. I guess it's not necessarily effects. So we have our eyelid primed already. And since we're doing a goth makeup look, I wanted to use this guy. This is the Elvira palette from Lunatic Labs. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to use this one. And we are not doing all black on this eye. I had a little bit of purple, but we're going to put a little bit of a update on that. And I'm trying to find my brush here. We're going to use the Crown double-ended. What is this? This is the C47. It's a crease and shadow brush. I absolutely love this little brush. I've had this guy forever. And we're going to start with our outer V. And we're just going to kind of... Oh, I'm going to get some fallout. We're going to put that across our outer V and about halfway into our eye. Oh my goodness, the fallout is real, you guys. Let me see if I can grab a little brush and get some of that off of there. I'm not going to worry too much about perfecting and making sure fallout and things of that nature are really removed, because honestly, obviously, because I'm doing two completely separate sides of my face, I'm going to be taking these off when I finish the video. I'm going to dip into the shade Super Unleaded. It's the transition shade in this palette. And I'm going to use that. I should have started with this actually. I am going to use that above my crease. Now on the other side we did do a very dark purple, but that's not something I would necessarily do anymore. So I want to keep this a little more what I would do now. I really should have laid down this color first, but that's okay. And then we're using that also to blend out that harsh line of the black. And our inner corner, we're going to go into the color Bone. It's the white shade in this. And we're going to go ahead and highlight our inner corner now, because we're going to use a liquid liner on it. So I want to brighten it up. And then I am going to take... Let me go ahead and grab a different brush. We're going to use this little all-over brush from Luxie. It's an angled shadow brush. And I'm going to dip into the shade Aunt Morgana. It's a really pretty cranberry kind of color. And we're going to put that on the rest of our eye. Can't see for this part. I didn't have a... Obviously, this palette doesn't have a purple shade, which is why I'm switching over to a red. Or a maroon color. I just thought it would be fun to use this particular palette for this challenge. But yeah, guys, giveaway. Like, do you want to know what's in the box, or do you want it to stay a mystery? Like I said, there's going to be prestige. There may be a few drugstore items, but I don't think many. All the items are brand new. Some will be sample size, some will be full size. And you guys can tell me things you'd be interested in seeing too. I'm not going to go out and purchase a bunch of products, but I don't mind picking up a few, especially if they're drugstore priced. Like, I don't even mind, like, if you guys were to want maybe a foundation or something of that nature, I'd consider it. Consider trying to find a shade. I know that's something that sounds crazy, but I would consider it because I do have a foundation that I love. So if I can find it in your skin tone, I wouldn't mind. I just have to know, like, what your usual foundation is. Just taking a little fluffy brush and blending in my black, and then blending the red in a bit too. And we're going to go in with the, what's it specifically called? The NYX White Liquid Liner. Get this guy out of the way for now. And we're going to use this in our inner corner now. That is what I had this guy out for. I know we highlighted with the bone shade, but I want this to be like an extreme inner corner. I haven't really worked with this liner much, so forgive me if it goes a little bit awry. And actually, we're going to go ahead and go in with the lip liner that we used on our waterline in the last video. This is the, let's see, True Red Lip Diviner Crayon from Sonia Kashuk. This is a bit older, unfortunately, and I know Target doesn't sell Sonia Kashuk makeup anymore, but I'm not sure if you can still find it. So we're doing that red in our waterline again. I'm trying to give that NYX liner a minute to dry because it definitely seems like it's a little wetter than I would try to work with. So we will go in and do under our waterline. And we're going to start with the black shade, which is actually called Unpleasant Dreams in this palette. I know I didn't mention that before. And we're going to lay that down right underneath our waterline. And we're still going to and then I'm going to take a slightly larger brush and I am going to dip into Aunt Morgana again, our cranberry color. And I'm going to lay that underneath and blend that black line. Now this is a bit different from what I'd regularly do, only because I want to stay a slightly truer to this look that we have going on over here. Let's go ahead and do our brows because I'm feeling like they are being neglected. And I'm trying to find my brush I usually do my brows with. I thought it was sitting out. But you guys know I'm disorganized, so yeah. There we go. No, that's not our usual brow brush either. I have all my my regular brushes out. Oh, there it is. I have all my regular brushes out in like a cup, and actually I need to clean my brushes, so most of them are dirty right now. Let's go ahead and do a red at the beginning of our brow. I'm a big fan of colored brows, so we're going to start our brow with a red, and then we're going to finish it with black. This red isn't as pigmented as the one I usually use, so forgive me if it doesn't look perfect. Usually I would use my LA Splash, but honestly I don't feel like digging out another palette currently, so we're just going to go with this one. This is more of a orangey red, and the one I usually use is like a bright, vibrant blue red. And it's proving to be much more difficult to work with this, but that's okay. And then we're going to dip into Unpleasant Dreams, our black, and finish the brow. And this is just a little angled liner brush. If I'm using powders on my brows, that's always what I use. If you guys noticed, I do have my eyebrow ring, so it does pose some difficulties when it comes to doing my brow. Usually I would take it out, but now that I've switched to the barbells, I'm just not going to bother. I can work around it with a pencil fine. So I'm not too worried about being able to work with them. I am a little worried about these shadows because the brow's not exactly going to be nice and clean like I usually would have it, but that's okay. And then we're going to go in and we're going to highlight our brow. I'm going to go ahead and try to use this bone shade. Usually I use the Urban Decay Polyester Bride to highlight underneath my brow, and I think I'm going to be doing that today because this bone shade on me, for whatever reason, it just kind of vanishes. So I am going to go in with Polyester Bride as well. And honestly, I like a shimmer shadow, so apparently I'm having issues recording as well. So just going in under my brow with Polyester Bride. This guy is hit pan almost all the way around. I do have a replacement for her, but I'm trying to use her up because I do just use her as a highlight shade. Look at the difference with just the brow and the proper, well, maybe not proper, but better blending techniques. It feels so much better. I might have to actually cut this out too, a little bit. Cut this video a little bit. Because I know my phone will only record for so long, and I really don't want to do this video again because I don't want to put this side of my face on again. So I'm going to go in and do my regular black liner instead of the horrible, horrible black liner we did before. And actually, I think I'm going to let this upload. And I'm going to do a live to finish the look. So you guys can rag me about my goth look. Because, yeah, why not? I'll let people roast me on the internet. I don't care. Alright. Now, I'm making sure I go right over the top of that white because we're going to line that white with black. I'm trying to be careful with this because this is a liquid liner. I didn't tell you what I was using. This is the NYX vinyl liner. But going right over that white, we're going to create a very dramatic wing as well. And then we are going to follow along the white on the inner corner to create our point. This is something I do still do. I just have not done it with the NYX, and it's proving to be slightly problematic, as this is a bit more watery than the liner I usually use, but that's okay. And we're gonna cover this because I'm just not liking it. I just want to make sure I do this look quite well. So I'm just filling in the rest of that line. And this is all we are gonna get. Actually, let me go ahead and go in and just sharpening this line up. I had a little spot that I didn't like. It's not perfect because I'm not used to using that NYX vibrant white shade, but I am learning to work with that. I think I'm gonna add just a touch more here in a moment, and then we're gonna go ahead and do our wing. And then I am gonna jump on live so everybody on the internet can have a little giggle. Because why not, right? Who are we if we can't laugh at ourselves and enjoy life, right? Hopefully you guys enjoy me making a fool of myself. But that is the eye look we have currently. And we're going to jump on live and do a bunch of artsy crap. And then you guys will have this video as reference to see how we created just the shadow look and the basic liner. I love you beauties. I will talk to you in just a moment, and then the video will probably upload far after that, but I hope you have a good one, and I am going to go ahead and I will post a giveaway video probably later today. If not, it'll be posted on Friday. I love you all. Mwah.